Hi everybody. I wanted to make a little video here to help with learning how to pin a screen. I know we were having some trouble seeing some of the things I was trying to show on the iPad, using it as a document camera so the children can see what I'm writing and doing. Part of the reason that is that we need to know how to pin a screen. So we've kind of talked about that a little bit the last 2 days, and so I wanted to show you a video so you can see exactly what it is that I'm talking about. So you can see my screen right now. So as you're looking at the screen, if I move my cursor, my mouse around, you can see my arrow right there. If I come right here, you can see this little screen here where it has the 4 little squares with the line through it. You don't need to do anything to that. You need to come over and click on this little push pin like that. And when you do, it expands that screen to the full screen view. And that way, if I'm reading a book or doing something that I want the children to be able to see the full screen and see it up closer, they'll be able to see it. So you can see just right there, you can see the words that are behind me more clearly. They're bigger. It's easier to see if I'm reading or holding a book. It will also be easier for them to see if you have the screen pinned. To unpin that screen, again, you just move that arrow around and click on that pin again, and then you get all of the screens back. So if I'm in a meeting and I ask you to look at the writing that we're going to be doing right here, I might ask you to pin the screen that has my hand on it. And so if I do that, you just come over here and you click on that pin, and then it expands that screen out to the larger view so you can see it. And it'll be easier to be able to do that writing and model it appropriately if we do some math activities and manipulatives, things that the kids can see and be more actively involved with. They've been doing a great job staying engaged. You all have been doing a great job in facilitating them and helping them be successful this past week. So we have 4 more days. Friday is a student holiday before the Thanksgiving break. Wednesday will be an early release day. So I know we can make it through next week and that we're going to do a great job. So I want us to just keep at it for the next 4 days. And I'm just giving you some tips and tools that will help. So that is how it looks on a computer screen. Again, down here, if you see our book, Turkey Trouble, I can just click on that pen. It expands it out so you can see the entire screen. And I think when the children are just looking at what it is I'm asking them to focus on, it'll be easier than seeing their friends in the other screens that might be doing some other things. So I unpin it, and then you see all of those screens again. So for the most part, when we first log on in the morning or before lesson starts and they're saying hello to each other, that's great. I want them to engage. I want them to feel like they're still a community together. And so I do want them to have that opportunity to say hello. I'm giving them the time to do that at the beginning of the lesson. And so as the lesson starts, I do ask them to go ahead and mute themselves because then it's hard to hear. So do try to help in facilitating that they know how to mute and unmute if you're not able to be there with them. And same thing with the pinning. You can practice that over the weekend. One of the things I did want to show is how you can also do that on an iPad device or even a phone if that's what you're having to use. A larger screen, of course, is going to be better, so you can see it better, but I know we're just using the technology that we have available. So I'm going to switch over to the other screen. So excuse my view as you're looking at the side of my head here, but I want to show how we are going to do that over here on the iPad. So we're going to share the screen on the iPad. So you just saw that switch over now. That is because I'm sharing the iPad screen now. So as you're looking at the iPad, if you're going to be using, I'm going to turn off my camera here so it's not a distraction for you. Okay, so if you're using an iPad screen, you are going to just, in the right-hand corner, there's the picture of Turkey Trouble, and then there's my little face there with the picture. If I wanted to pin Turkey Trouble, I'm just going to click on that picture, and then up in the corner, there's a pin. And if you touch that pin, then that should pin it to your screen. So that is what you're looking at on your screen. So if you look up there again, you tap on that picture that you want to see. And then when you tap on that picture, that is going to be the large image that you see, and you see that little pin up in the top right-hand corner. So that top right-hand corner, I'm sorry, I don't have a mouse that I can point to it. I guess I can do that on the computer screen, but not on the iPad screen. But you can see that little pin icon up in the top right-hand corner of the picture. So that is where you would click to pin that screen if you're using an iPad or some other type of device. So that is how that works on there. So I hope that helps when you are trying to do the things at home and you're trying to work on doing the activities and having the children being able to see what it is that we're doing. I think that will help a lot. So let's turn that camera back on so you can see there, that's the screen that we have the writing on. So if you have a computer, that would probably, like a laptop or something, be easier to manage as far as doing things like muting and unmuting and pinning, because all you have to do is move that little arrow around. And to mute yourself, you just click right here. You can see there's my microphone. Click and unclick, and that will mute you. So you can see I'm muted right now. Now I'm unmuted. And then same thing with the camera. I do like for the children to keep the camera on so I can try. I can't always see all of the children on the full screen. I can see many of them. So I do try to watch what they're doing and encourage them if I see them participating. So I do want them to keep their cameras on so I can see what they're doing. If you're in an area where it may not be appropriate, like I know some of the children had been on their way to go do something and were participating in the car, so that would be okay if the camera's off in that situation. So just please use your best judgment as to where you are and making sure that children are in a space in your home or wherever they're doing their remote learning where it's their learning space. So they know that when I'm sitting here, it's time to listen and it's time to learn. So we're almost there. We have 4 more days next week, and then we'll have our Thanksgiving break, and then we'll be ready to go back to school. Hopefully everybody healthy and remembering how important it is to keep our masks on. I think, I'm not sure if anybody is sick, but hopefully we're doing well at home. And we'll be back after Thanksgiving break, ready to learn in the classroom, and our friends from home will still be working from there and get back into our routine a little bit. Okay, I hope this helps, and I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Bye, everyone.